One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Mickey Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Air Force Falcons and the Army Black Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. Pulls it, and he's brought down after a short gain. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. Three-star running back gave a verbal last week, and getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese, and now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars, and now you start to build a class around him, get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
Working the ground game. Taken down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. Oh, this is a bad shank. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spotted. So the Army Black Knights offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense will really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting into the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
And the Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Finds the tight end. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. finds his target. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Good, right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw on first. Look out! Trying to escape and get it himself. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He's got enough. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, and those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. On 2nd down, the read to the right. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Falcons with the 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. Rolls right. Turns up, it's Pickett. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
2nd and long here. Making the adjustment. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Air Force! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Keeps it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Now the pitch. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. Looks it in. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
On the option. Pulls it on the option. Now the toss. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Punt is in the air. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Black Knights offense will go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Hand it to the back. Fights off the defender. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team, getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are, they know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Still looking. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Got him on the RPO. Oh, he's got some space.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Army! Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. Throws quickly. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and they extend the lead to 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. This time they'll throw it. Looking for a huge play. Makes a catch at the 20. Out of bounds at the 16 after the big-time gain.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Looking for the edge. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to get the corner. Holds it, looking for a crease. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle it. You saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Mikey Stadium alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Drops back on 1st down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure on this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Checking in with the Army head coach coming out of the locker room. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
All right, Holly. The give. Got the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Motion from the wideout. Pulls it. Gives it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. Sticks it in his belly. He's got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Give to the fullback.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Keeps it himself. Keeps it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got an alley, turning it on. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback changing the play. On the option. He'll keep it on second down. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Quarterback keeps it. Finding some room. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. And boy, was that last missed field goal huge. That keeps these guys in the game if they can get something going on offense right now. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Handoff to the fullback. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And the thing I like about giving it to the fullback right away, it hits downhill right now. Very little chance for a ball handling mishap. No fumbles. He secures the football, wraps it up, falls forward, and usually gets positive yards.
Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
It's complete to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Quarterback keeper.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Time is not on their side. Down 6 late, 4th down looming. They'll have to get this to stay in it. Looking for the marker. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Season alley. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this 3rd down. There he goes. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this one.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
This is